Hey guys, enter the stars. And I'm going to let many of you gather in this morning. For those of you that could make it, we're not going to be on here too long. I'll give it a few minutes. I know you guys, it's really tough when I do these last minute hangouts, but sometimes I just can't help myself. Like I want to go ahead and schedule these, but the information is so pertinent and so major that it's like we need to cover it right away. So I'm doing some research on Together 2016, this Christian gathering of 1 million Christians at the Capitol Mall. And all of a sudden, something hits me. Now I'm going to go ahead and share screens here. Go ahead and open up the watch page so you guys can see what's going on here. Let's see here. Let's open this. Let a few more of you pop in here before we get started, and then I'll edit out the beginning of this so that it won't be such a long video. Give a couple shout outs to people who can make it this morning. Coffee Bean, Greyhound Friend 123, much love from Indiana. Twisted Dame 3, good morning. Kind of nice having small groups sometimes, because then we can get together. Boston 2016, and this is what we're going to talk about today. Now, we've got some other things pulled up here. Raw, and we talked about how Together 2016, the Christian event, is reset. And we talked about how reset is raw set, right? Because Re is the same name of the sun god Ra. It's just another iteration of it. This one is music, art, and technology, and they've got the same serpent running through their name as the Christian reset. Now, how did I even get to this point? Well, I did a simple search. I looked at images Together 2016, and I remembered seeing this t-shirt. This is the t-shirt I believe the Pope was showing on his promotional video of the event to come. And I'm looking at this going, okay, why did they do this? Why? Okay, there's the serpent there, right? Serpent eating its tail, same as the Boston thing. I'm like going, okay, what does this mean? This means something. This means something. And I'm looking at it, and then it hit me. This is 4 letters by 2 letters, and this is done on purpose. It's 4 letters by 2 letters. Now, what does that mean? Well, 42 is the angle at which a rainbow can be viewed. 42 is the angle at which a rainbow can be viewed. So this 4 by 2 letters in this style, stacked up like this, is telling us something. And then I realized that we've been talking all about the rainbow and how they're trying to mash everything together, including religion. And then I began to realize that this event is no different. It is the religious iteration of Together. And this theme has been going on since the One World Freedom Tower opened in 2014, putting it back together. They build it, they destroy it, and then they put it back together. Now, and looking at some of these images, the truth is revealed. The red and the blue combined together in one. They are trying to combine all of this together in their iteration of a one world. Okay. Now, when I talk about the Hegelian dialect not buying into the red versus blue, it has nothing to do with combining the 2 lies into one big lie, which is what these people are doing. They're going to combine all of the lies of the denominations warring against one another. They're going to combine it into one big fat lie of religion, okay? And neither option is the answer. And the combination of these 2 false options is not the answer, you see. Now, what else do we have in here? There was something else I saw in here which blew me away. Okay. This is the Twitter page for Together 2016. And remember, I just showed you, it said Raw 2016. Here's the Twitter page, and here's the rainbow. Now, this takes place or took place on May 15th, Together Boston. And here we have 13 hours ago, they're saying that we are not sold out. You can still get tickets at the door. That's weird because they're saying this event already took place near Boston, Massachusetts. But what I wanted to take away from this is the rainbow, okay? And comparing it to the 4x2, which is the 42-degree angle that a rainbow can be viewed at for the Together Christian event. Raw, set, reset. These are the t-shirts that they're promoting. And we're seeing the red and the blue combined in their promotional graphics. So here are the acts, and you guys are probably wondering why I'm documenting all this, you guys. It's because we are the watchmen, and we need to make sure that people are not dying needlessly, not perishing because of lack of knowledge. And we need to make sure that anything that had Jesus' name on it is legitimate. And I have grave concerns about this event. And that's the bottom line, you guys. Let's see how many acts there are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There are 23 acts. And at least in this list that we have here. Now I want to look at this event and see what the heck is going on here. Let's see if we can figure this out. Let's see here. Elastic. Oh, don't miss Elastic. This must be low ticket alert. Shake. July 9th. Okay, here we go. Egyptrix. And we've done a lot of work. Raw is right? Are you guys seeing how this is just another flavor of the same event? This is what I'm concerned about. Here's the purple. We compare it. Red and blue make purple, right? Egyptrix, and then we exposed all the Egyptian what's the word I'm looking for? Undercurrents. There's Egyptian undercurrents with this event that we've shown, the obelisk and the gods, the Egyptian deities. And then now I look on another Together gathering, Together 2016, which basically has the same name, that I believe happened earlier this year. And here's Egyptrix at this club in the purple. Okay. Now, again, we're just noticing the synchronicities. You guys decide what all this means. Okay. I'm simply presenting these synchronicities to you. Now, let's look into this a little bit more. May 15th to the 22nd. And that's 7 days. And Together 2016, the Christian iteration occurs on 7/7/7. There's a synchronicity, May 15th. Let's type in May 15th, see what that means. On our 37th day of the year with 229 remaining in leap year, which is when this occurred. So this is it, you guys. Raw on YouTube. Let's take a look at this here. First of all, let's take a look. Let's read about this, the Together Festival. Annual music festival based in Cambridge, Massachusetts. That was first held in February 2010. And primarily focuses on electronic dance music through a week-long series of educational and professional discussion panels, art installation, film screenings, and above all, various musical performances at venues around the Boston, Cambridge area. Together Festival has attracted 20,000 attendees per year as one of the few major New England area electronic dance music festivals. So this is a music festival. The festival's motto, music, art, technology, underlies their effort to link electronic dance music with all aspects of modern and forward-thinking culture with the intellectual slant. So it's a week long of music, educating attendees through daytime panels, art exhibitions, and film screenings. Okay, let's take a look here. So obviously the rainbow is here. Wow. Black Madonna. Okay, so this ties into the Catholic angle with the Pope promoting Together 2016, the Christian version of this. And we'll see what this ad says here. Black Madonna floating points play Boston Together 2016. All right, so they've announced headliners for some of this year's club gigs. The Black Madonna, Floating Points, Fatima Yamaha. Isn't Fatima like another Catholic term? Let's look up the Black Madonna, see who they are, see if there's any synchronicities with that. Black Madonna headlined the 2016 event. Well, looks like the band maybe isn't popular enough to have a Wikipedia page, but we do have a description of what a Black Madonna is, which might give us some more clues. A statue or a painting of Mary in which she, and oftentimes the infant Jesus, are depicted with dark skin, especially those created in Europe in the medieval period or earlier. The Black Madonnas are generally found in Catholic, there you go, there's the Catholic angle, in Orthodox countries. The term refers to type of Marian statue or painting of mainly medieval origin with darker black features. The statues are mostly wooden, but occasionally stone. Okay. The Black Madonna. There are hundreds of medieval copies. What could this mean? Now, I know that there are some of my African American brothers and sisters who believe that Jesus was black. I'm not going to disagree with them with that. But I don't know, you guys. This is nuts. The first notable study of the origin and meaning of the Black Madonnas in English appears to have been presented by Leonard Moss in 1952. Moss broke the images into three categories: dark brown or black Madonnas with physiognomy and skin pigmentation matching that of indigenous population. Various art forms that have turned black as a result of certain physical factors such as deterioration of lead-based pigments, accumulated smoke from the use of votive candles, and accumulation of grime over the ages. So they're saying this could be from outside forces and that these were not originally painted black. Here are all the Black Madonnas in the different countries. Europe has quite a few. France has quite a few. France has a lot, actually. Germany has some. Ireland, a few. Italy, lots. And let's see if the United States has any, since we're talking about the United States. The Americas, Brazil, Chile, Costa Rica. These are the lists of all the Black Madonnas. Apparently, the United States doesn't have any. So, another piece of the puzzle, Black Madonna headlining this event that happened on May 15th in the Boston area with about 20,000 visitors. All right, so let's pop out of here. May 15th, let's do a calendar comparison here. Let's go in here and see the dates between May 15th, calculators, date-to-date calculator, and the 7/16 event. May 15th, to 7/16, 16. and see if there's any relation to these two events to one another through the calendar, how far apart they were. All right, so 62 days, that's not really, doesn't really look like a synchronicity there. So we'll leave that at that. Okay. All right, pop back here in the chat. Thanks you guys for showing up. Give some shout outs. Righteous Hawk, David Plunkett, Twisted Dame, Always Hope. Oh, the Fatima Prophecy says always a hope. Wow. Janet Farley's here, Mr. McBride, Randall McMillan. Thanks you guys for coming out. I'm going to go ahead and probably get this published. And what we can do is, if you guys have any more questions right now, since we have a small group, maybe we can have some discussions here, which is kind of neat. I always love to do that. So I'll just keep an eye on the chat here and make sure you guys are good to go. Yeah, it's Sunday morning here on the west coast of California. Probably not too many people up this morning, but you know, small groups are better sometimes. Chat doesn't go by so fast. And those of you that are here, we can have a little bit more intimate discussion than normally we're accustomed to. I was on the show with KJ, Scariest Movie Ever, last night. If any of you guys missed that, it was kind of a surprise. But I think we're up to 800 watching, which is a nice group for KJ. And I really appreciate him doing that. You know, you always know the true brothers and sisters, okay? Despite small things that you may disagree with them on, despite some of the idiosyncrasies. I have my idiosyncrasies, you guys. Some people hate listening to me because they think I talk too slow, okay? And some of my beliefs, you know, some of the things that I've looked into. But at the end of the day, you guys know my heart, and that's what matters. And the same applies to all my friends. We're not going to agree on every single thing. You know, I know KJ does not believe in a flat earth or a convex earth. And that's okay. You know, I believe in it. To me, it's real because it's the inside eye, but I'm not going to force him, and I'm not going to not be friends with them or not go on a show just because we don't agree on that. Okay. We're all different people. We're all on our own journey. We're all at different stages of awakening and learning. Some of us think we know and we might not, you know, and so on and so forth. So that's the story, you guys. Check out KJ's channel, and you can, we went on for like 3 hours, and Timmy O was in there, which was cool. And we had some very in-depth discussions about not so much the shooting as much. We didn't talk about that a whole lot. We got to talk about some other things, you guys. God bless you, Randall, Edward, Swim, Mr. McBride, Just Blaze, Twisted Dame 3. Randall says, pray for Kart Racer. David Plunkett. I'm repeating your guys' names. All right, you guys. I think we're going to go ahead and pop off of here. And I just wanted to take a look at those two different Together 2016 events and look at the synchronicities between the two. Lots of Egyptology, deity worship between the two, as well as the Catholic themes running through both, as well as the serpent weaving its way through both iterations of these logos. Okay, here's the serpent eating its tail, and the serpent of Ra. Okay, so gosh, I don't even know what to tell you guys. This is pretty nuts. And let's just hope that everything goes okay. You know, the type of energy that would be drawn off of such an event like this is going to be otherworldly, okay? They're basically trying to create the largest Christian gathering event I believe probably in the history of this country. If they can get 1 million Christians to sign up to this Capitol Mall, what could that mean? Okay. What could that mean? So I'm just going down through some of these images, see if there's anything else. The red and the blue make purple. Lots of subtle references about that. The color of magic, combining the two, the heliotrope purple. Okay, that is very occultic. It's using magic. We've seen it profiled in the word heliotrope profiled in the Harry Potter films. Used as magic. All right. It's not to say purple is a bad color. Okay, that's not what we're saying. We're simply looking for these things and trying to identify the fruit of these events to come. All right. There's going to be a lot of Christians showing up to this event. Lots. People that are still asleep, or people that believe in the mainstream religion it holds all the answers, who trust their pastor and trust the institution of religion and have not gone outside and asked questions because they bought into the labeling of people like us who simply ask questions and don't accept what we're told is the truth. Okay. Wow, here's another one. YWAM, Together 2016. What's this all about? Kansas City. YWAM. Kansas City, Missouri. Together, it seems to be the theme, you guys. Combining of the two World Trade Center towers into the one Freedom Tower. The mashing of all the things together. Build it, tear it down, and then rebuild. This is the way of the Masons. Okay, so this is in Kansas City, another Together event. This one has not happened yet, you guys. This one is set. Let's see. It says YWAM Together 2016 in Kansas City will be key for the next phase of Great Commission work around the world. September 4th through 10th, 2016. So that's when this one starts. Let's take a look at what date September 4th is. See how that might fit in. Do this. 248th day of the year with 117 remaining in a leap year. And I believe, let's do this. September 4th. Let's check it out in another calendar here. Is September 17th. Okay, so that's not telling us anything either. All right. So that's about it, you guys. Wanted to just get on here for a minute. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Let me look through here into the chat. Johnny Doc Videos joined us. Talking about the Fatima. The Atini country never changes, says Tim S. Pew Pew Noob. Leeching those energies for their buddies behind the veil. Oldest game in town. Yes. Shout outs to Pew Pew Noob for contributing a lot of very useful information in the comment section of many of my videos. So I want to thank you. Very awake individual with a mind that can see through the veil. So I appreciate your contributions. We've got Breezy Ponds in. All right, you guys. Hopefully I gave a shout out to everybody. I don't want to leave anybody out. All right. Mr. McBride says, what if those is all designed with the idea of division between Christians and the truth movement? Possibly be. I think they're trying to round up the wagons and circle the wagons and basically shut out anything that's against their form of religion that they've basically established. But you cannot build your kingdom on sinking sand, says the Bible. It's written, right? You cannot do that. And they're trying to build this on the back of an obelisk and an 88-degree central alignment from that obelisk to the rotunda, which lines up with the Catholic Church, which also has an 88-degree alignment from its obelisk to its rotunda, indicating that the two are solidly related. Okay. So these are my concerns. All right. Until you understand that this country was founded on Egyptian roots, nothing is ever going to change. And the Bible tells us this. It says the only kingdom that's going to prosper is Christ's kingdom. It says this. A lot of people think that we can find the answers ourselves in this reality. And that if we all just do this or that we can make it work. And hey, we're going to die trying. We're not going to go out without a fight. But in the end, Jesus tells us that it cannot be built on sinking sand. So no matter what we build here, it's not going to work. Thanks, Janet Farley, who also commented in the comment section and also here in the chat that Islamic calendar new year started on 7/16/622. Let's do the math on that. See how many years ago that was. All right, let's take a look. Pull out my calendar because I'm horrible at math. So I'm going to use my calculator here. 2016 minus 622. 1394. 1394 years ago. And that adds up to 17. I don't know what that might mean. But anyway, appreciate you guys coming out. Let's look through the chat some more. Yeah, if the Pope is calling for everyone to go to the event, that is enough to tell me to stay away, says Acts 13:41. Yeah, the sinking sand is the hourglass of time. I believe that's what Jesus was talking about when he was talking about sinking sand. We're locked in this dimension of time. Okay. And it's the sand going down through the hourglass, which is shaped like a figure eight. And you can never build anything on that because time basically consumes everything. And that's what God was talking about when he said the snake will begin to eat its tail, eat the dust of the earth, which I believe is his tail, which is the Ouroboros, which is what we're seeing here. The Ouroboros in the Together 2016 logo. The snake eating its tail right here. Just so happens that when you're waiting for your browser to load as well, I'll demonstrate it here. You get the snake eating its tail as well, which is kind of interesting, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on, you guys, that we know very little about. And we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to understand the truth because we have not been given the truth. You can bet that the enemy has hidden much of the truth from us because the enemy wants to deceive us into losing our salvation. So it is the utmost importance that we understand the real truth about our reality and stop buying into the truth that's been hand-fed and spoon-fed to us. You see. All right, you guys, let's see. Ouroboros traps grace on chalkboard. The Ouroboros traps grace on the chalkboard. Oh, great find on that. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Let's find the chalkboard. Here it is. And let's take a look. And you're absolutely right. The word grace is trapped. Whoops. Why didn't that do that right? View image. There it is. Wow. See, that's why I love you guys, because you guys have eyes to see. Why is grace trapped inside the Ouroboros? Locked in the sinking sand. The serpent eating the dust all the days of its life, just like it says in Genesis. Why would they put the word grace in there? Good question. Good job, you guys. You guys have eyes to see. Now, there's a million other ways they could have done this promotional campaign. Why would they use Apophis? Why would they use Ra, which is Re? And why would they use Set, which is a third Egyptian deity? Why? Why would they use these magical colors of purple that are associated with dark magic? Why? Okay. Why would they use spelling, a blackboard, black magic to cast their spell of spelling? You see how once you look into the spiritual realm, all of this stuff comes into focus. And they show this word focus several times throughout here. Jesus, will you reset my focus? In other words, they want a brain wipe. Wipe your brain so that they can now reanimate you, reprogram you for their new version of religion. Okay. Which my guess is maybe even going to involve the LGBT community. Okay. And this is what saddens me, you guys. This is what saddens me, that so many are deceived. All right, let's go back in the chat. Thanks for that. Yeah, reset my grace inside the Ouroboros. Unbelievable. Yeah, they want the hive mind. The hive mind. What is the hive mind? The hive mind is the prison bars, the bars of the prison, locked into the hexagon matrix. What is the hexagon matrix? Recap some of this stuff for you guys really quickly. So I told you guys, I believe our universe exists inside an eye. It is the prison we're in. We're locked in the eyes of good and evil. This is the retinal wall of your inner eye, the retinal wall of your inner eye. The cross section of it looks like the hexagon. This is the matrix. And this is the firmament. Hexagonal cell pattern. The hexagonal cell pattern is the matrix. Let me find the picture that I've used before in the past. This is the upper firmament. The firmament is above us, and it's also below our feet. Why? Because Eve ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which locked us into this dimension. Okay? We're locked here with one way out. And when you begin to see these inner truths that have been laid out by the architect of God, God the architect who created us, who basically implanted the truth within our own anatomy, that is where you begin to understand the ultimate truths of the universe. One of them being the hexagonal pattern of the upper firmament or the inner eye. See if we can find the pictures. And the cross section of those is in fact a hexagonal pattern. Let's put in rods and cones. That's what it is. It's the rods and cones, which line the inside portion of your eye. This is how you perceive color. Here it is here. This is the prison that we're in. This is the beehive. This is the hive matrix. Okay. Here it is. It's the rods and cones, and it looks like a hexagon. Now, I'm recapping some of this because there's a lot of new subscribers to this channel. And if you're here and you have some time, we can spend some time talking about this. Again, this is your inner eye, the wall of your eye, looking out from the top of the lens inside the eye, looking to the walls. This, I believe, is the upper firmament. Katniss shoots her bow into the upper firmament, and she breaks the dome, which is shaped like hexagons. So they're showing us the truth. Here it is. This is the force shield. Her bow is the lens, the inside lens of your eye. See? There's your lens. She shoots the dome. She breaks through. Okay? That's in the Hunger Games. Here's a great picture of it here. Shoots through. This line is the hyaloid canal. Now, at birth, this hyaloid canal that connects the lens of your eye to the basically the optic nerve, which goes out of your eye and into your brain. This hyaloid canal disappears after you're born. Okay. Kind of like looks like an umbilical cord, but its purpose is to feed nutrients to the lens as you're developing in utero. As a fetus, it develops your eyes. This thin blood vessel provides blood. When you're born, it disappears. But some people get floaters. It's like the remnant left over of this you can see in your visual field. Okay. Now, we've established the outer boundary of the firmament, confirmed in these films. What about the inner boundary of the firmament? Under our feet. Well, what's under our feet? The ground, right? And let's see here. Let's type in, cross section lens eye. And here we have what's under our feet. Guess what's under our feet? More hexagons. See if we can find the image. Oh, here we go. This is it here. This is what's under our feet. Okay, here's us standing on top of this lens in the inner eye. Let's view image here. Now, I've been called crazy. People are like, what are you talking about? We live inside the eye. No, we don't live in the eye literally. We don't even live in God's eye. We're trapped in this dimension of good and evil. One eye is good, one eye is evil. Those are the two thieves on each side of Jesus when he was crucified. He was in the middle position on the cross. Your optic nerves cross in the middle of your brain. That was where Jesus was, in the pineal position. And here's the cross section of the lens underneath our feet. Okay, so you're going, okay, Casey, if we live on top of this lens and underneath our feet are hexagons, where are these hexagons at? Well, I'm going to show you. For those of you that are seeing this information for the first time, you're going to be blown away. But for those of you that have been on this channel, you've already seen this. Here are the hexagons beneath your feet. That occurs in many places around the world. This is the lens under your feet, the Giant's Causeway in Scotland, where there are perfect hexagonal features coming up out of the deep crust of the earth. Now, they will tell you all kinds of different things about how these were formed. This is the natural pattern. Okay, it may be the natural pattern, But why is it the natural pattern? Why do things self-organize into a hexagon? Because we're trapped in a dimension of hexagons. See? Very hard for some people to wrap their brain around these concepts, and they're so simple. This is why knowledge has increased in the last days. We now have anatomy. We understand anatomy now. This is the knowledge that's been increasing, and it's the truth, and you cannot escape it. Now, this is just one place on the planet where these perfect hexagonal features are coming up out of the ground. But there are other places on the planet where these hexagonal features are coming up out of the ground. Let's show you a few more. This is called, now you're going to notice a pattern here. You're going to notice devils and giants, which is the Nephilim, in the names. Oh, it's called the devil's postpile, actually. Okay. That's the devil. Basically, he's celebrating this. This is the prison that he created. He deceived Eve and got her to eat of this tree, this dimension. There, your perfect hexagon. Here's your honeycomb matrix underneath our feet. So when people tell me I'm crazy for thinking we live inside an eye, or the map of an eye, not a literal eye, I say, well, you're crazy for not seeing this and not accepting for what I'm showing you. People are like, well, where did you get this information? It's the Holy Spirit. It's self-evident. When you pray for truth, God will reveal it to you, but you have to stand up for it. It's like the lesson of the talents. What are you going to do with the information God gives you? Are you going to just sit on it and go, wow, I just know all this stuff, and it's cool to know this. And since nobody's going to believe me, I'm just going to keep it to myself. No, God gives you knowledge because you've vowed to use it to help advance the kingdom. I mean, think how much faith could be increased all around the world if people were to understand this truth. Think about that. Wow. Beneath our feet is the truth hiding in plain sight that no one throughout history has understood until now. And we are part of it, of God's final truths that he's revealing to help separate the sheep from the goats, to help people take a stand. And finally, once and for all, believe in the Bible, believe in God, believe in the Son, believe in the power of the Holy Spirit. And it ignites your passion and your love for our Creator. It fuels your desire to be closer to him. It gives you hope that he's got everything under control. And the devil has no dominion over us, that we have been given the power to tread on serpents. This is a great picture of it here. Devil's postpile. And look at these perfect hexagonal patterns. Unbelievable. Look at this. This is the matrix we live in, you guys. Beneath our feet and above our heads. Let me pop back in the chat. Glad you guys were able to make it. Let's give some more shout outs and read through some of these. Casey, can you say hi to my daughter? Her name is London. She's listening in with us now. Much love to you, London. Beautiful name. Thanks, Mr. McBride. You've been an awesome subscriber over the years. Really appreciate you. Skeeto Punk says he's losing all his family and friends over this stuff. Yes, he doesn't care. It's the truth. And it'll get to the point where, we all settle into our beliefs and we are empowered by it, and we're really not going to care, what happens around us. Okay. I do encourage you guys to find those moments of happiness, find others online who may even live close to you that can help encourage you. You're always going to get encouragement on this channel. I love each and every one of you. And maybe in the grand scheme of things, I do know there will come a point where the information that we're finding here is going to be seminal, is going to be necessary to transcend and get past the disinformation and get past all of the lies and deception that are to come. I do believe that. Otherwise, God would not have revealed this to us. But, we also need to make sure that we're not putting too much pressure on people around us to receive these truths. But as many of you know, even just small mentions of this stuff will get us labeled and ostracized, even if we just want to talk to someone about it, even if we're not shoving it down their throat. We just looked at as different. But imagine a world where many, many more people saw these truths. Okay. And we definitely know them by their fruit. That is promised to us. When people come at you with negativity, don't join in the negativity and evil and the name calling and all that. Don't join in it, because that's their fruit. You go by the fruit of love, humility, meekness. The meek shall inherit the earth. So fear not. Hang in there. Always exhibit the fruitages of the Holy Spirit: love, long suffering, peace, joy. And forget everything else, you guys. I know it's tough when we want the people around us to believe us and to love us. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they're going to look at how we live our life, and they're going to look at the joy and love and peace in our heart. That's what's going to help them change and believe. And they're going to say, I want that. I want to be able to not care if I have a new car every 5 years. I want to be able to not care about a career that's stressing me out and making me sick and giving me cancer. I want to be a person who is never lonely because Christ is always there. I want to be a person who lives on such little but is so happy. You see, they're going to want to be like us. But if we are not exhibiting the fruitages of the Spirit and showing that strength, then they're never going to get it. They're never going to want to be like Christ. You see, that's the best advice I could give. And I've been there, you guys. When you first learn this information, we get very passionate about it. And there can be some depressing days. There can be anxiety at times. There can be maybe hype or mental aggression that can maybe scare some people away, maybe even some paranoia. All this is normal. But then once you settle into the truth and you be still and know that he's God, and you allow the truths that he's revealed to you to uplift you, to create for you a solid foundation, a fearless foundation of existing in this realm, then we can be tools for God. Okay. That's what all this is about, you guys. It's about settling into the truths, understanding it, and being empowered by it, having faith that we're going to be fine. Everything's going to work itself out. But as the days approach us, we're going to see more and more people suffering because they're not believing, suffering because they don't get it, suffering because they're building their houses on sinking sand. And we're going to see all their lives go into chaos. I mean, you see these bankers that are jumping off bridges because they lost their millions, even though they still have 100,000 a year, which is plenty for most people, because they went from 1 million to 100,000. All of a sudden, they jump off of a bridge. They can't handle it. You see. Or you see people who invested their whole lives saving a 401k, and to watch that go to like nothing, and they just can't handle it because their 3 million went to 100,000. Or you see people investing all this time and chasing after all these things over and over again in their life, buying a house, new car, and then they file bankruptcy, and they've done this 2 or 3 times in their life. And they're on this roller coaster, on this hamster wheel of fruitlessness and spending all their energy and time chasing after, again, this kingdom built on sinking sand, economics, career. And then when they finally wake up, they can't come to terms with it, all the time wasted. So that's what we're talking about, you guys. We have to live what we want people to be. We have to be that. And it's a tall order to pick up your cross and try to be like Christ. It is a tall order because, of course, Christ was perfect and we're never going to come anywhere close. But we're supposed to try to follow his example. And I'm a firm believer that when we try to follow his example every day, thinking about every choice and decision we make and try to be like him. That's when the magic starts. That is when doors open. That's when knowledge comes down and understanding of all these things that happen. This is when it all comes down. Then we start to understand this is when the miracles start happening. But if we rest on our laurels and just say, I'm saved because I believe in Christ, and we're not actually trying to be like him in our life, there's no power in that. We have to try to be like him. He set the example. He lived a life here. And there's lots of stories that he talks about. And that's when things started to change for me, when I tried to be like him. You see. All right. What do we have here? You guys are talking about food. You guys must be hungry. Yeah, let go of the material world. Absolutely, Skeeto Punk. Absolutely. Thing is, Casey, if I may add something. Yes, Mr. Two Scoops. What do you got, brother? How's weather in South Carolina, says Lachlan Bird. New GMO strawberries. There's a whole other factor that people should be aware of. Yeah, let's hear it, Mr. Two Scoops. What do you got? That'd be familiar barriers. Yes, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Much love to you, Mr. McBride. I love you. George Spain is here. So that's where we're at, you guys. I just wanted to talk a little bit. Last minute again. I'm sorry. Twisted Dame 3. Much love to you too, girl. Jay Roberts picking blackberries. Oh, somebody said to me, they said that the BlackBerry phone may have been designed like with Barack Obama in mind. And that Barry Obama was BlackBerry, and that's his favorite phone. And it just so happens that this year they discontinued the legacy BlackBerry phone and at the end of Barack Obama's presidency. And I think that's very interesting. And back to Mr. Two Scoops, part 2, he says that ties, the familiar barriers are like the ties in the bloodline, generational Freemasonry and mystics populating our families. And I believe in that 100%. And the only way to transcend that is through the blood of Jesus Christ, because we're all saved if we believe in him. There are bloodlines. And there's Michael. Michael Gray was the one that told me about the BlackBerry. So shout outs to Michael. I'm glad you're here. That's an amazing connection. But when I think about these bloodlines, I always go back to the conversation that God was having with Cain. And as you guys know, I believe that Cain was part serpent. And God said to Cain, why are you sad? And he told Cain, sin is crouching at the door for you. And it will always be. And he said, but if you choose good, good will follow you. If you choose evil, evil will follow you. You have a choice, but it's going to be a battle because of what's inside of you. And I added that last part, but that's what I believe. I believe God had that conversation with Cain before Cain even killed his brother. God saw the jealousy welling up inside of Cain, and he tried to counsel Cain against what Cain was about to do. And Cain went ahead and killed his brother. So I totally believe in the split personality of us who have more of this blood in us. And it is a fight. And I used to be one of those people. I believe most of us have a lot of the serpent blood in us because down through the ages we've all been mixed, these bloodlines. But I believe some of us carry like these familiar curses, family curses. And our life is our entire life is a challenge of fighting the evil. And so that's, Christ will help you transcend that, but it is a tough road, you guys. And I used to battle with a lot of things that I was torn about. Felt like there were two people inside of me. And finally, God helped me conquer those things in my life, to not be a slave to them anymore, you see. All right, who else do we have here? Barry Hill, says John Foker. Neat connection there, Barry and Hillary. You can pray to break the generational curses, absolutely. And it is very real. The difference between the pulse shooting and the together event. Pulse shooting and together event. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at that. I got you guys on here. Pulse shooting and the together event. I think we might have done that before. Let's do it again though. Pulse shooting 2016. Pulse shooting was on. I already forgot the date. June 12th to 7/16. June 12th. Calculator date to date. 7/16. No way. Is it 44? June 12th to 7/16. June 12th. 6/12. Oh, geez. Gotta be kidding me. To 7/16. And the answer is still thinking. Okay, it's 34 days. All right. 34. I'm not sure if that means anything, but thanks for having me check. And this is how we look for this stuff, you guys. Pulse movement logo has 3. Ooh, let's take a look here. Pulse logo. Pulse movement. Pulse logo has 3 pillars, you guys said? Pulse logo. Gosh, look at this. Pulse. Look at all these Pulse. Pulse Entertainment, Pulse Studios, Pulse. Jeez. So what are you guys talking about? You're talking about the Pulse Christian group, right? Let's go back in the chat. Well, I'm lost. I do remember in the comments somebody was telling me about the Pulse, and that it was 3 pillars, just like an iPet goat. Got Lachlan Bird, Keith Walker, Sherry, Twisted Dame, Johnny Doc videos. Look at the bottom corner of the together site. 2 6s look like all the Illuminati does. Yeah, that's the hearing impaired. I clicked on that. It's for the hearing impaired, and yeah, it looks like the 69 actually. And we're in the year of 69 TMS. So let's go to that real quick. Let's see here. Together 2016. Now, I watched a video earlier about microcomputing chips, okay? And it was a TED Talk, and many of you might have remembered this. And the guy was talking about this supercomputing, quantum computing chip that was in a refrigerator that was below absolute zero. And he was saying that that it was injecting this refrigerant and it would pulse. And he was talking about this and he kept repeating the word pulse. And somebody sent that to me today. And so I thought that was interesting. So let's find, oh, there it is there. Okay, so this 69 here, that's a 69. Okay, we're in the year 69. But if you click on this, it's the for the hearing impaired. So I don't know if this is the new symbol for hearing impaired. I've never seen this before, but apparently they're using it for the hearing impaired, for the deaf. So bizarre. Now, twins in the womb. Now, this is pretty interesting because we had some Gemini deaths, right? Gemini are the twins. Okay. Gemini are the twins. Prince was Gemini. He died this year. These are the twins, Gemini. And in the womb, twins in the womb resemble the 69 position. This is how the twins are orientated in the womb. And so we begin to understand that this 69 means something, you guys. Okay? As it relates to current events in this year of 69. Because this is how twins are orientated in the womb. Now, again, these are just things to take notice of. The twins, the twin towers, the two becoming one, the mixing together. Okay? The swirl, the outer ring of Saturn is a swirl or a stirring together. Outer ring, Saturn, spiral. Outer ring of Saturn is in fact a spiral. It's not a ring. They just discovered that not too long ago. Okay. It says here, the outer C ring, spiral waves raised by inner moons. All right. This is the prison. North pole of Saturn is a hexagon. This is why the hexagons are manifesting in this reality. The ruler of the air. Now, I'm a little bit on the fence about snowflakes, for instance. God does say that Lucifer is the ruler of the air in this dimension. Is it possible that that's why honeycombs manifest and the floor beneath our feet is coming out as a hexagon and the snowflakes are hexagons? I don't know. I don't want to blaspheme God, so I don't want to try to elevate the devil that he has actual control over snowflakes. But it is interesting that all snowflakes are shaped like hexagons. And I've talked a little bit about this before. And you can see snowflakes with the electron microscope. And done some videos on this in the past. We also understand that these geometric patterns actually manifest. This is a real snowflake, you guys. Look at this thing. It looks like a freaking machine. I mean, look at this. That's a snowflake. And they're all different. And when you take sound and you run it through a medium, sound will manifest as geometric shapes. It's called sematics. Talked a little bit about this before on my channel. Look at this. This is a snowflake. That looks like a pillar. It doesn't even look real. But there it is. It's a hexagon. Why is the North Pole of Saturn match this? Is Saturn emitting something that's manifesting this reality, keeping us trapped in a prison? I guess we're going to find out soon enough when Jesus returns, right? But this is the kind of stuff that religious dogma prevents you from even considering, from digging deeper to find the truth. I don't know about you, but I want to know the truth about this reality. Okay? I know the Bible's there and the Bible is giving us the answers to everything, but there's secrets in the Bible that we don't even know about. We can't imagine that men who control religion have, told us everything that there is to know about the Bible. They probably know secrets they're not even telling us, you guys. Here's the proof. Look at these. It doesn't even look real. It looks like something out of a Terminator movie. And if God is creating these snowflakes out of the water droplets, then my apologies, God, but we're just trying to get to the bottom of this and figure this out. That's why we're here. You made us to wonder and to want to know. That's how we were created, to find the truth, not accept what we're told. And you will lead us into ultimate truth. Okay? As long as we keep believing in you and believing that you will reveal the truth to us. Because what we're receiving now is not the truth. We've been given a bastardized form of the truth that allows the enemy to maintain control over us. So all snowflakes exist as hexagons. That's the basic shape of all snowflakes. All right, let's go back in the chat. Appreciate you guys coming out. Snowball 138 here for a shout out. I got caught. Caesarean, much love to you guys. Snowball had a great find. I guess it's been a year and a half ago about the World Trade Center. There was a ritual where they were dancing on top of the roof of the Twin Towers in 1973, just after it opened. And they were talking about, I'll let him explain in the chat exactly what that meant. They were singing they were singing for the best, for the best. That was the song, the lyrics to the song they were singing, like, hey, it's all for the best. We have to do this. This was the opening ritual of the World Trade Center all the way back in 1973. And Snowball made that discovery, kept on me, and was saying that I need to watch this God spell, right? And then when we looked at we gotta show this here. Snowball's wiggling in his seat right now. This is God spell. This is unbelievable. You look at this. This is God spell, 1973. Okay, so first of all, this is gospel. It's a play on words for gospel, right? And when you look at this, let me find the image that I found it on. It actually says 9/11 when you turn this upside down. If I can find the movie poster. Where is it? One particular movie poster. Gosh, and see, this is what they do. They start to erase history. As soon as you start to find this stuff, they begin to erase history. Because they understand what they're doing. They already knew they were going to bring down the World Trade Center. Looking for one particular movie poster. Godspell 1973. Said Godspell across the top. And this was a musical. It was all about Jesus. So the Godspell gospel thing is not a stretch, okay? Because it was basically a play about Jesus. All right. And they made a movie based off of the play. And we decoded this. And this was the 9/11 ritual. They're dancing on the roof. Gosh, why can't I find it? They take it down? Godspell. 1973 film, because see, it's showing us the play. Look for the film. That'll give us what we're looking for. All right. Here it is. All right. So here's your 9, and here's your 11. There's the Twin Towers. 9, 11. In Godspell. And they're dancing on the roof of the Twin Towers, singing, "It's for the best, it's for the best." Here's another one, 9, 11. They knew all along what was going to. Here's the one that we're looking for. This is the one I think I did the video on. Godspell. And here they are on the roof of the World Trade Center. It's unbelievable. And then he's wearing a Superman shirt, which is Saturn. We just talked about Saturn, right? And here it is here. The serpent. So this is blasphemy, right? They've got Jesus. Look, he's got a heart in the pineal position. Gosh, we're finding stuff we didn't even know before. Okay. I didn't catch this part. He's got a heart on his forehead in the pineal position. These are the two thieves, the eyes of good and evil, that were crucified next to Jesus. Your optic nerves cross in the middle of your brain. That's where Jesus was crucified. He was crucified in a place called Golgotha. What does Golgotha mean? Golgotha means place of the skulls. So here's the whole crucifixion right before our eyes. Look, and what is this? This could be the actual bottom stakes. He's actually got the crosses of the two thieves on his eyes. Look at this. Holy Moses. So here's the two thieves crucified. Now this eerily reminds me of I Pet Goat, because there's the 3 hearts on the chest of the Antichrist figure in I Pet Goat. Let's look at that. See, this rabbit hole goes deep, you guys, and if you feel free to turn it off. You know, I mean, this stuff. I picked up my cross, and so I see this, and I don't wish to turn it off, because I hunger for the truth, and people need to know the truth. So this is my life now. I've accepted that. I've forsaken everything else except my Lord and the truth. See, this is why I see this stuff. This is why I see it. And it's all I see. It's like this reality doesn't even exist to me anymore. I just see everything in the spiritual realm. Here's the Jesus figure. Let's see if we can pull it up here. For My Pet Goat 2. Now, I think many of these people don't even know what they're doing. It's almost like they're possessed. And then it manifests in their art, right? Here's the Jesus figure. These are the 3 hearts. Why 3 hearts? Because this is the 3 days of Lupercalia. 3 days, the 13th through the 15th of February. Lupercalia was the original, the origins of the Valentine's Day. 3 days, 13th, 14th, 15th. The middle day is the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. Luper means wolf. What is Luper? Luper is Lupa, which was the she-wolf who was suckled by Romulus and Remus, which is Rome. That's what all this means, you guys. Rome is the shark. The Tiber, the Tiburon means shark. Tiber River, Tiber Creek of Washington, D.C. It's all related. Now you know the truth. So thanks, Snowball. We missed that in the original decode, but there it is. The heart on the pineal position of Christ with 2 thieves crucified in his eyes. That's kind of creepy. All right. What are we doing now? Same here. I tell people, watch what you wish for. You just might get it. Like Linda Moon in the sequel to Get Shorty. Let's see what else we have here. 6 markings on this cube. Yes, yes, that was the cube at the Georgia Guidestones. Markings on there. A lot of artists were possessed all throughout history. Yes, this is true. Pew Pew Noob. Thank you. Tiburon, California, right outside San Francisco. Yes, and that is where Robin Williams died at the Shark, the Tiburon, and they renamed the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's look that up. The tunnel was renamed the Robin Williams Tunnel. And guess what they used as the Robin Williams Bridge? Here it is here. It's a giant rainbow. And this is what you see before you get onto the Golden Gate Bridge. They renamed it Robin Williams Tunnel. And there's your rainbow. Okay. Now we know that San Francisco is the home of homosexuality. We know that. We know it's a place where a lot of people go and there's a lot of homosexuals there. But as far as I knew, no one had openly come out and assumed that Robin Williams was gay. He did do Death to Snoopy. We did a decode on that and showed how it foreshadowed his death. Death to Snoopy. Or what was it? Snoopy? Death to Smoochie. Death to Smoochie. And he dressed up in a rainbow. And he always seemed to have like rainbow themes going on. And so many people suspected that he was gay. And he actually had a role in which he was a gay man with another gay man half his age. That was one of his last roles. But here he is in Death to Smoochie, and there's the rainbow agenda all the way back in this film. You see, here's the purple. Remember, red and blue makes purple. You see, it's all right here, you guys. And these artists are manifesting this because they work for the enemy. Once you sold out to fame and riches, the serpent wrapped around the pole, which is our dollar symbol. Once you sold out to that and it controls you like a puppet master, you are at the whims of the devil. And these people go to the top of the list because they have offered to give themselves as tools for the ruler of this world, which is the devil, who uses these tools. These are his most effective tools, right? His most effective tools are those who can affect the most people. In other words, those who have the most talent. And this is why, as you gain popularity in whatever talent you have, you will be approached to sell out. This is very real. I experienced it here on my channel. They see talent and they go, we need to use that. These people don't even know what they're doing most of the time. They're just possessed by demons. This is the realm we're stuck in, you guys. This is why Jesus said, pick up your cross and follow me. How do you do that? You live your life like he did. Very few possessions. Jesus didn't possess anything. The only gift he got was oil, anointing from that woman. I think she give him oil or something? Jesus didn't have any possessions. He didn't wander after money. He didn't have a job except to preach the word. He probably got food from people who believed in him. They fed him, clothed him. That's what we are to do. You see. So there you go about that. Let's back in the chat. I received a box of 150 tracks at the event, and I've been heading them, bringing them closer to God. Mork from Work. Oh yes, we have a video on Mork from Work. We compared that to the Orphic egg. Remember, Robin Williams came out of an egg, and he said, "Earth calling Orson, come in, Orson." Well, that's Olkin. Orson is Olkin. We did a video on that. So go ahead and type in Mindy, enter the 5T4Z, and you'll see there's 2 videos I did on Mork and Mindy. I think we looked at the 88th episode as well. Okay. All right. What else do we have here? Oh, so he goes out for cheerleading for a sports team, and Mork and Mindy says Snowball. Thanks for that. What Dreams May Come, Cuba Gooding and Robin. Yeah, we decoded that as well. Check that out on my channel. What Dreams May Come. Enter the 5T4Z. I brought this up to my brother. He said all humans are gay and asked if he was replied, I'm not. Yeah, that's the fallacy. That's the lie. He made man and he made woman. But the devil is anthropomorphic. That's why you saw Death to Snoopy as it looked like Barney, the other character. Barney is anthropomorphism. Barney is the mixing of the red and the blue to make purple. That's what Barney is. He's not a male or female. This is what the devil's trying to do. So the abomination, which clearly states in the Bible that men who lay with men is an abomination, it's described as worse than murder. Murder is not called an abomination by God. I'm not justifying murder. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the seriousness of this and how much God hates this. He loves people, but he hates the act. He hates it. And he says he'll give you over into that sickness if that's what you keep seeking after. This is why people feel like they're born this way or they can't get out of it. You've already been given over into it. And that's the truth. Few people want to see the truth or believe it. Barney got beat up at Walmart when I was a kid in full. That's keto punk. Oh, that's pretty funny, man. Predictive program back to the 70s. Yes, Keith. And that's what's going on, you guys. This is the truth. Pride blinds man to see many delusions that are unreal. Absolutely. I love you, you love me, we're one happy family. That's the mixing of the red and the blue, right? It has nothing to do with bringing children together. It's subliminal programming. Okay? Look at the old Maxwell Smart TV series. All of the names given to the actors and the organizations, plus the episodes show the full agenda of the New World Order. I'll have to take a look at that. I'm going to try to watch a movie today. I don't know what. Maybe I'll try to see if The Purge, the new Purge film, is out yet. Try to decode that, you guys. God gave you a gift of life to protect. Someone who threatens you forfeits their right and denies their gift. Says Snowball. Barney play with Great Dad on Halloween like 20 years ago. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Fire King Kindled. It leads to a reprobate mind. Yes, that's the words I'm looking for. Thanks for giving us that extra information, Lachlan Bird, because sometimes I paraphrase and I don't want to take away or add to the word, okay? But the spirit of the word is what we're getting at, but we do need the exact verbiage, which is the reprobate mind, given over into it. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you're getting bored, let me know, or if there's other things you want to talk about, we can do that. You know, it was fun last night on KJ's show because he opened up the hangout to anyone who wanted to come in. He dropped the link in there. I was like, oh no, there's going to be 400 people. But it worked out. Like 7 or 8 people came in, and one by one, they got to talk. And overall, it was great. It was a great experience. There was a gentleman on there who talked about basically worshiping Satan. And at first we were like, well, where's this going? And I think all of us were a little concerned. And then Timmy O, changed direction of the conversation. He goes, okay, we understand you worship Satan. Now, how did Christ come into your life? And he redirected this young man. And then we got to hear, how his life turned around. But it was a pretty gripping story. It's pretty nuts and kind of scary, that there are people out there that really actually worship Satan in a very real way, allow themselves to be possessed by demons and all this stuff, going into the astral realm. And luckily, this gentleman, from all appearances, seemed to have come back to the light side. And anytime someone can come back to the light side after going through something like that, that's pretty amazing. Okay. You only know them by their fruit. That's all. That's all you can tell. How is this person? What is their life like? How are they helping others in whatever gift that they've been given? Channel Life Path TV says, made a show. Thank God. Feels like I've come home for enlightenment. Hello, everybody. And hello, Casey. Hey, and Channel Life Path. Much love to you. Um, let's see what else we have here. Leave a link for the show for KJ. Absolutely. Let's find it. Let's go to here. Scariest movie ever. Let's find it here. Scariest movie ever. And let's see if he's got it on his channel. Pop a link in here for you guys. Here he is. Should be right here. Oh, and I just want to continue along that same vein of thought about my friends. Okay. Okay. The fruit is simple. You know, I trust these people because they would never allow me to come on their show and help me have a voice if they were bad people. Plain and simple, you guys. KJ's got like 250,000 subscribers. If he had nefarious purposes, he wouldn't be helping other people to see my channel. Same with Dabu, you know? So when people criticize my friends like this because we don't agree on everything, you know, that doesn't really hold any water for me. Okay? Doesn't. And it's not like they're my friends and then they try to tell me how to think. It's not, has nothing to do with that. They allow me to be who I am and to believe things that I do. Because someone could say, oh, that's just a psyop. They're going to try to get you in and they're going to try to control you. No, that's not what's going on either. So that's called good fruit, right? They're being humble. They're stepping down to a level below themselves in their level of their reach of people, and they're trying to pull others up with them. Plain and simple. That's good fruit. I try to do that sometimes. I've been jaded a bit in the past because I had some really bad experiences trying to help people. But I just believe now that that's because I'm over the target. And people hate me for it. So they're going to send people to try to destroy me. But then I've had some really good experience with trying to help people. Like for Yahweh, who just popped in the chat. Good morning. Good experience helping people. And K Small, who's not in the chat today, but she started a channel that's growing. And doing a lot of videos in much of the same style that I do videos. Just constantly beating down the matrix and showing people the lie. So they can wake up and understand that this government and this world and this realm and the ruler of this realm does not have your best interests at heart. And what that does is it makes God very real. It makes him very real because there's a spiritual battle raging. Principalities all around us, you see. So I've had some really good experiences, but then I've had some bad experiences. So I need to see, I'm not perfect. I need to check myself because what should I be doing? I should be helping everyone regardless of my own fears, right? Should trust God, right? Let him decide who lives and dies and who prospers and who doesn't. You know, instead of me trying to like control it and think that I can figure it out by myself. Complete trust in God, you see. So let's see, what else do we have here? Yes, Ephesians 6:12, that's a great verse. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Yes, absolutely. It's raging all around us, you guys, and every single soul is important. I've seen trolls zero in on individual subscribers. Individual subscribers. Trying to sway them away from this channel on a one-on-one basis. Because why? Because your soul is counted in heaven. And believe me, the enemy wants your soul too. And if the enemy thinks your eyes are opening, he will demonically possess someone to address you specifically, to tear you down in whatever way they can to get you to turn your eyes away from the truth. And that's when you know you're on the right track and you're over the target. That's when you know. When you start getting the negative attacks trying to steer you away from the truth. And many of you know or will know what I'm talking about, like Acts 13:41. You've experienced it personally. You come to my channel, and if they see you in the comment section, all of a sudden you'll get a personal message from someone. Don't listen to that channel. I had it happen to me with For Yahweh. Some weird woman like came into my personal messages, and all she had noticed was that I liked one of For Yahweh's videos, and she's like saying all these lies about her. You see, this is real, you guys. This woman had no other information on her channel. There was nothing. I mean, it's just like, she just decided she was gonna wage war on, and there was hate and vitriol and very strong language. Okay, so I'm just telling you guys, this is real, and every one of you guys counts. Every single person is special, right? Every single person. And until the fruit comes up bad, you know, we got to trust God and try to believe and understand all this stuff. I can tell you this, 90% of the stuff we cover on this channel was not taught to me in church. Then you begin to ask yourself, why? Why? Why didn't they know this or that? Why don't they ever give sermons on the fallen angels and Nephilim? Why isn't the book of Enoch in the Bible when it was found with the Dead Sea Scrolls in 1947? Copies that were 300 BC, before Christ even walked the earth. And it's in the Ethiopian Bible. Why isn't that in our Bible now? Why do churches get a tax exempt status, 501c3? What does the government have to do with church? You know, you start wondering these things, and then you get it. Okay. Now, apparently this shooter that was, this alleged shooter, we'll call him. Gosh, I even get in trouble for saying that. Jeez. Over here in Dallas, this Micah character, which, by the way, Micah is the 33rd book of the Bible. Let me show you that. Q Bible. This is the book of Micah. This is the Bible that I use because it's the mechanical, word for word. You can cross-reference. This is the original Aramaic and Hebrew and Greek writing of the Bible. Let's see here. Let's go here. And because I want to see word for word, I want to compare how that word was used in other parts of the Bible to see if they translated it correctly. I don't trust these translators. This is the book of Micah. It's the 33rd book of the Bible. This is the name of the shooter in Dallas who killed the cops, or who allegedly killed the cops. Let's close this up here. Okay. And I can't even remember where I was going with this. But other than to think for yourselves, you guys. Oh, the book of Enoch, that's what I was talking about. So they found this book with the Dead Sea Scrolls. So this is tantamount to the translators of the Bible and the people that canonize the Bible. In other words, the people that decided which books would be included and which wouldn't be included were essentially caught with their pants down. They were essentially caught with their pants down in 1947 when a near complete version of the Old Testament was found in a cave that included books that they didn't bother to put in the Bible. And that version of the Bible just so happened to almost be identical to the Ethiopian copy of the Bible, which does include the book of Enoch. But instead of doing the right thing and saying, hey, we need to recanonize the Bible and add these two books in, they refused. And then to top it off, the copy that they found of Enoch is in private possession. It has not been released to the scholars. It has not been released to the people that should be looking at it, and it's not been released to us. What are they hiding? Why can't we see it? We have a right to see that. That's world history. Hand it over so we can understand. You see, it's been 69 years since that discovery was made. 69 years since 1947. So, I don't know everything, but I ask a lot of questions. I'm like that annoying kid who asks a lot of questions. And when a parent's trying to hide the truth from you and you're not that annoying kid who's asking a lot of questions, guess what the parent says? That's enough. Shut up. And that's the kind of abuse that you're going to see on this channel. People telling me to shut up, go away, kill yourself. I should let the comments go through sometimes and let you guys see what we're up against. Kill yourself. This is what I hear at least 3 times a day. Go away. Go take medication. You're sick. You have a sick mind. This is what I hear dozens of times a day. Okay? For simply asking questions, for not believing what I'm told. Even though I do it with love, compassion, kindness, and humility, it doesn't matter. They don't want you asking questions. Do you guys get it? So what are we going to do? We're going to ask more questions, right? Thanks, Jasmine. Much love to you. Biscuits in the house. Biscuit Adkins, Juan Manuel. Got some new faces. Mikhail, D'Angelo. Cuts one says, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say sticks back on you. Absolutely. Terrence Freeman's here. Oh, much love, Terrence. Wow, he's been watching since 2011. Amazing. Thank you. So that's where it stands, you guys. That's where it all stands. And so, Pamela Ravenscroft X, Ask Q Bono. I see some new faces in here. Welcome, you guys. 333D3D. We need the whole armor of Christ. Yes, fire kindled. Do it yourself leak. All right. Eye in the Sky movie. I think, yes. I think we decoded that. Let's take a look. I'll give you guys a little tip. Let me show you how to do this. Gosh, that's creepy. That is so creepy. Okay, I don't even want to look at that anymore. Okay, let's see here. Let's close that. Let's close this. Let's close this. This. All right. This guy was a Freemason. One of the cops that died. Here it is. Thanks for the subscriber who sent this to me. This is Bombshell. Remembering our brother. Brent Thompson, 43, is a member of the Demole Black Gold Chapter, Master Mason of Corsica Lodge number 174. In Corsicana, Texas, a nearly 7-year veteran of the Dallas area rapid transit agency. Brother Thompson was a father of 6 children, recently married only 2 weeks ago. After the breaking news of the Dallas shooting hit media stations, social media, and other outlets, the stories haven't stopped coming in. See, they sacrificed their own, you guys. It's no different. In Hollywood, they're doing this too. They're killing each other. All right. So thanks to the subscriber who sent that. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Fire in the Sky. Thanks for keeping me focused, you guys. Let's see if I decoded that. I'm almost sure I did. it's probably some of my early work in like 2012, 2013. I'm guessing. Let's take a look here. You guys are probably wondering why I only have 37,000 subscribers. There's a reason for it, you guys. But I have no fear. I have no ego. And hey, that's where I'm at. So fire sky. Let's type in fire sky. Let's see here. I'm almost positive I decoded this film. Now, they took down a lot of my decodes because I was using copyright content. If I can find it, I'll drop the link here. Sky on fire, no anonymous exposed. Oh, apparently I did not decode this film, or maybe it's up on Vimeo. Let's do this. Let's Google search it. So I'm almost positive fire in the sky. If you can find any of my work with a simple Google search, you guys enter the 5T4Z. You type in the movie and enter the 5T4Z that you're looking for. And let's see here. Fire in the sky. Oh, here's Mr. BB. Gosh, you're in the chat right now. Fire in the Sky News. Nice. Apparently I did not decode it. Interesting. I know I watched it. Maybe I didn't find enough stuff. Maybe I need to rewatch it. That happens sometimes. You rewatch some of this stuff and you find out more. You find more stuff. Just let me know if you want them, Casey. Oh, what's Two Scoops saying here? Let's see here. I do have Masonic artifacts from my grandfather that I know I need to get rid of. I don't know if you can do anything with them or not for any of your videos. Masonic artifacts. You know what, Mr. TC? Why don't you take pictures of those and then email them to me? Enter the 5T4Z at yahoo.com. And we can see what we can do with those artifacts, because there may be some clues in there. You know, who knows? All right. Let's see what else we have here. Gary's grandfather was a Freemason. Even have updates in CERN, LHC, Saturn. Eye in the Sky, Terminator 2. I do know that we decoded Terminator 2. We actually found my birthday in the film and some other stuff. But like I said, I'll let you guys do searches on that and find those videos. UN Pulse Movement, yes. I didn't really get too deep into that. It seemed like a lot of people were covering the UN Pulse Movement, but absolutely. Absolutely. Check out the new Cell movie. It has a pulse attack. Eye in the Sky movie, just noticed it on demand. Eye in the Sky. I think I saw that, Google. Eye in the Sky. Let's take a look at Eye in the Sky wiki. 2015 film. Here it is. Oh, yes. I think I remember this. Helen Mirren. Gosh, she was the one that was wearing the Prince symbol. And she dropped the mic before he died. And the mic was like little, and she went down like she was a little person, because remember, Prince was little. He was like 5'1". And I believe that is what they were foreshadowing, the death of Prince. This released on 9/11, 2015. Film released on 9/11. Interesting. Let's see, limited release on 3/11. 3/11 is 9/11, by the way, in case you didn't know that. I think I saw this film. I think there wasn't much for me to decode in this film. Sometimes I'll watch these films and then there's like nothing to decode, really, or nothing substantial anyway. There's always little stuff of 9/11, but unless I see like a foreshadowing of something to come or something like that, or hindsight 2020 thing, I normally won't do a full video on it. Yeah, Nicholson 1968 and I are friends, actually. We're friends. Known him for 3 years now. Good channel. Does a lot of work. I get to watch all of his work, but we've actually did a show together. We actually decoded the basketball court, and that was a really good show, actually. Basketball. Enter the 54. Nicholson 1968. See if I can find it for you guys. We decoded the basketball court. That was nuts. Let's take a look here. Basketball court. Let's take a look here. Enter the stars. Let's type in just type in Nicholson's name. Nicholson. Here it is. This is it. Live chat number 13. This is really good, you guys. Lots of clues in the dimensions of the basketball court. And this was the live show that Nicholson and I did together. Control C. From the looks of it, whoa. For the looks of it, is a pretty popular live show. Had about 11,500 people that got to see this. Let me put it in the chat for you guys. It's going to blow your mind. All right, what else do we have here? Have you heard Under Pressure? Maritime law versus natural law. Yes. Cell towers and EMP bombs. I saw a video on that they could explode into a bomb. Interesting. All right. What else do we have here? 2015 NBA All-Star Game has Baphomets on the floor. Wow. Inventor of basketball was a Freemason. Yes, and we established that in that video that I just sent to you guys. Freemasonic roots of the game of basketball. Basketball Diaries predicts Columbine. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Snowball. Casey, your happy face map has yet to mark the Ottawa Soldier and Moncton police shootings of 2014. Oh, probably because I'm only doing the ones in the United States, Hammurabi Newman. So Ottawa wouldn't. Oh, wait. Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm wrong. I can add that to it. I just went off of the list, a list of mass shootings under Obama. So I went off of that list. So field goals are kicked from the 33-yard line in NFL. Thanks, Skeeto Punk. Dabney Coleman, Where the Heart Is. Obama clone movie. Snowball's into these really old movies. It's hard for me to keep my attention span. Godspell was like pulling teeth. I was like, can I do this? Can I really sit through this for 2 hours and try to decode this? It was very difficult. CERN, Sandra O'Reilly missing. Oh, interesting. Nice everything on that. Did you watch Warriors as a kid, Casey? Can you dig it? No, I didn't watch the Warriors as a kid, no. I'm new here. Amanda Panda, welcome. Amanda Panda, she's new. Everyone, please welcome Amanda Panda. Bless you. Thanks for coming in and listening to the show. Very concerned about sun, says Fire Kindled. Love reading your guys' chats. I don't know. Amanda says, I don't know how I keep ending up here and on your videos. I'm glad you're here. 163 mass shootings under Obama. Best stuff is worth it. Brotherhood of the Bell movie, 1970. People ask me, how do you know to watch a movie and then you just find stuff in the movie? Well, a lot of it, you guys, is I go by the numbers. So I was typically looking at years prior to major events in which I thought that they had a high likelihood of pre-programming within those movies. And sure enough, that's what I would find. The rest is the Holy Spirit. But like, for instance, Pearl Harbor, the movie Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck came out the year that 9/11 happened. And that movie was all this 9/11 foreshadowing. It was unbelievable. There was actually a case of ammo or a bomb that said 9/11 on it in that film. And anyone that pops onto my channel and just sees one video, they're going to think I'm a complete lunatic. They're going to be like, how is this guy stretching this thing? And he's just finding stuff that's not there. But when you start to see the pattern, when you see me finding these things over and over and over and over again throughout all these films, that's when it all settles in. That's when you realize that something else is at play here. There's some spiritual level of this stuff that we're not getting. Yes, I decoded Soylent Green, Skiddo Punk. Let's pull that up. Ooh, that was a good one, too. Let's close this. Soylent Green was a good one. Let me find it for you. Soylent Green is evil. It's people, right? Soylent. We found the BP oil spill in that movie. Soylent Green, Enter the Stars. This is really good one. Here it is. Yeah, foreshadow the BP oil spill. This was in 1973, the year I was born, the year the World Trade Center opened, the year that the God spell came out. A lot of stuff happened in 1973. One of those things was the last troops pulled out of Vietnam in 1973. Guess what day they pulled out on? My birthday, March 29th, the 8th day of the year. So there's the link to the Soylent Green decode. Let's see here. A channel Life Pass says, have you seen the new iPad Go findings, Casey? And can you add any more to it based on current events? Yes. Richie from Boston found an obelisk on the chalkboard, which is the burning house. Then I dug deeper and I found obelisks on the fingers of this weird thing that was holding an Orphic egg. And so, oh, he says, I meant to say with Godspell. Obama clone. I don't know. Now, when it comes to Obama being a clone, let me tell you something. His wife, Michelle, or Michael, whoever you want to call her, went to Princeton. And she was introduced to Obama through the head of the FCC. Was it the FCC commission? Television, basically the control of television. His name was, gosh, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But he was, what's his name? Why can't I think of it? Anyway, why am I telling this story? Because 1961, the year Obama was born at Princeton, they were doing studies in Africa. They were doing field studies in Africa. And that, let's see, let's pull this up. That year, 1961, was called one of the greatest years ever at Princeton. Apparently, they had some really bright individuals there, and that was the year Obama was born. I'll show you guys my Princeton videos. Why am I talking about this? Because we're talking about clones, right? Cloning. Okay, so did Princeton spawn the beast for CERN to possess Obama? 9/11 architect designed Princeton. The 9/11 architect designed Princeton as well. Obama, Princeton, Nash. In the film A Beautiful Mind. Here, I'll put these links in here if you guys want to watch these. But it's an interesting case. Is Obama a clone? Did they use the black goo from the canopic jars of the ancient Egyptians in Africa? Did they use the black goo and like reanimate a clone with the spirit of something strange? Okay. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Now, a lot of this research was, I want to say it's more or less conjecture and opinion, but you decide. You decide. Here's some of the evidence about the class of Princeton. Okay. And let's see, this one was kind of popular at the time. Let's see here. Let's copy this. This is a really good one right here. I'm gonna put in the chat here. This one has footage from the class of 1961. It shows that they had some kind of hadron collider at that time, way back in 1961. And this is the year Obama was born. So as you're looking out here, this could have been where Obama was conceived. Okay. They were doing studies in Africa at this time, which is where a lot of people believe that Obama was born. I think that they might even been doing these studies real close to Hawaii, Africa. But in Kenya, it was Kenya specifically, which is where Hawaii, Africa is. That's where they were doing these field studies, Princeton field studies in Africa. And you're like, and they were looking at the genome or the DNA. It was all about DNA. I mean, this stuff's out of like Frankenstein, you guys. I mean, in fact this is the case. Now, as Obama's presidency winds down or may wind down, we began to wonder, what effect did Obama have on the New World Order? And I believe much of what he came to accomplish has already been accomplished. Even if he left today, he was able to bring the world into a one world freedom tower, open under his presidency. He was able, which is the third pyramid. The Freedom Tower is the third pyramid of the three pyramids in Egypt, laid out exactly the same. He was like the Egyptian pharaoh. We had American pharaoh win the horse race. He's the American pharaoh. We had him bringing in gay marriage. White House was ablaze in the rainbow colors. He's accomplished a lot, you guys, for Satan. He's accomplished a lot. So even if he went out and all these videos stayed up, they all are relevant to what has happened. Now, I believe there's a bigger event to happen that is going to involve Obama. Why? Because we see Obama and iPad GOAT. I've also looked at all of the different numerical synchronicities of Obama. But again, you only know somebody by their fruit. That's it. The Manchurian Candidate. Okay. All right. What else do we have here? Glad you guys are enjoying this. Reading in the chat. See if there's any new faces. Eye in the sky. Abomination of desolation, yes. He had no match with his parents on the DNA test. Makes sense. Fake birth certificate. No one really knows what's going on with Obama. Bush's pet goat, yes. Ready? You guys want to go into Google Earth? See some craziness? Let me blow you away right now. Bush and Obama are the same person. Bush and Obama are the same person. Let me show you why. Not literally the same person, but iterations of the same person. Both under the same master. Okay. Field trip case. Yeah, we're going to go on a field trip right now. Taking you guys on a field trip. Obama sweating, and I go, yeah, Gary. And I think that that's actually semen, because in the background you see the phallus on the chalkboard, and it's what that is it's showing you the pulse phallic graphic that they show on their promotional video. Fill them all. Are you? And it keeps saying, "Are you coming? Are you coming?" Which of course is a sexual reference. And they show the phallus enlarging, which is the capital mall, and then it goes bling, which is the point of orgasm, right? And I know I'm being graphic in my description, but you have to be, otherwise people aren't going to get it. And that's what I believe they're depicting on the chalkboard. They're showing the Fill Them All event. All right, let's go in here. Emma Booker. Elementary. Now, both Bush and Obama had a classroom experience. Emma B. Booker. Okay, now it doesn't want to give it to us. There it is. It's going to blow you guys away. This is Sarasota, Florida. Oh, why is it taking so long? All right. Okay, we'll just zoom in on it since it's not going to take us there. All right. This is Emma Booker. Come on. Oh, let's do this. Let's turn this off. Maybe this will help. Okay, there it is. This is the classroom in which Bush was reading Pet Goat. He was reading the book upside down, which is weird. Almost as if he sees things, maybe his brain doesn't flip them around the way our brain flips them around, right? Isn't that interesting concept to think about? But here's Emma Booker. Let's turn on let's turn on borders and labels. Now I want you to notice this is Sarasota. Whoa, sorry. And looky here. What do we have here? This is Bush's classroom. And we have a Newtown community. In fact, Emma Booker, the classroom that Bush was in, I'm not making any of this up. These are the facts. This is it. Some might argue this kind of looks like a swastika. I won't go as far as to say that. What I want you to notice is this. This is what I'm talking about asking questions for yourself and rejecting people who try to put you in a box, tell you, don't look at that, or don't look at this, or why do you waste your time? I want you to keep your eyes fixed on this sunburst. Now, this is a central theme in this school. Look at this. When you look at this school from Google Earth, what stands out as different is this sunburst patio. It is a focal point. Make no mistake. This isn't me trying to focus on something that necessarily isn't important or true. This is the truth. Okay? Now you understand why they pulverize and dustify and erase evidence, because time is on the enemy's side. Just like he said in the film Fallen, seems time is on his side. Yeah, because people forget. Now, we're going to go to Obama's classroom. Newtown. Up the Eastern Seaboard. Now we're in Obama's classroom. Sandy Hook, a Newtown community. Is this an accident? The heck? See, now we got to go back in time because they've already erased the evidence. This is the new school. Ooh, wonder if there's any clues in the new school. This happened on 12/14. Let's go in here. Let's go back in time. We're not going to let them erase the past. One day, this will all be gone. There's the site. They pulverized the school. Here it is here. And here is the truth. Again, the focal point being a starburst. Now, these two events were separated by what? 2012 to 2001. So that was what, 11 years? 11 years separated these two events. Yet, there it is. There it is. the starburst. Why? Because these people worship the sun. Now, I've got a lot of videos on this. If you guys want to check that out, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Why do we do this? Because people believe the lie. They believe the American dream. The American dream is a nightmare, you guys. Not Christ. Until you start living your life along Christ lines rather than the American dream, things will go badly for you. This is where we perish because of lack of knowledge. Booker Elementary. Oh, here it is. And here's the truth. Can't put it any more simply than that, you guys. Starburst. I think we even measured the starburst. Last two presidents, both Newtown communities, both starbursts, both the pinnacle event of their presidencies. Hiding in plain sight. Okay, let's close this. All right. What else do we have here? Morning, Adriana Vargas. Thanks for joining us. Starburst egg opening. I think it's the sun god, Apollyon, Abaddon. They may be depicting there. 11 days between UK's Brexit, New Independence Day from Europe, and the USA's 4th of July. Yes. And the Independence Day film was all part of the plan. Because in that film, it was all about the UN and world unity and blah, 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 right? Coming together to fight the aliens. 2 buildings have a semicircle of concrete. Someone call the feds. Well, if you don't get it, Howard, then I can't help you. I challenge you right now to find 2 separate schools, or 2 anythings of that matter, with the same layout and 2 mass events like that. World Pulse Festival. Let's see what else we have here. Yes, that's okay. We'll let Howard go on for a bit. You know, as long as he's nice, he can say whatever he wants. As long as he's nice, doesn't start attacking people, calling us stupid or anything like that, he can believe what he wants. All right, so, gosh, should we get off here, you guys? What do you think? Is there any other questions you guys have? Because I could go on all day. Well, actually, I'm getting hungry, so I probably need to stop and eat. What else do we have? Yeah, iPet Goat was made in Canada. Oh, maybe I should include Canadian shootings. Says Hammurabi. Maybe it'll add another piece of the puzzle. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll work on that today. Okay, maybe I'll work on that today. Let's see here. Do we have here? Dangers of past. Have any videos on the dangers of past life regression? No, I don't. I don't think I've looked at that. There was a movie. Oh, that's what you're talking about. No, I did not do a video on that. I watched that movie, but I didn't really find anything profound in it, so I did not do a video on that. Casey, did you watch my findings on the Canada fires represented by the owl? No, I didn't. I didn't see those videos. Channel Life Path. Hi, and this guy's Canadian. Much love to the brothers and sisters up north of the 49th. One of my close friends that I've known since 2011, her name is Up North of the 49th, and she has a YouTube channel. And we've compared a lot of notes, did a lot of work on iPet Goat. Yes, you can email me, Amanda. That's fine. My email is enter the5t4rz@yahoo.com. Love to talk to you. What else do we have here? Snowball needs to go shopping. Let's see what else you have here. Okay, guys, I'm so hungry and like my stomach's eating itself, so I need to get off of here. Love you guys, and we'll do it again soon. Okay, I'll try to. I do know for a fact we will be covering live the event at the Together 2016. So on the 16th, which is like what is that next week? Yeah, I think that's like next week, next Saturday. Oh, we will be live here, and I might be on here for a very long time. And you know, last week when the shooting happened in Dallas was my first experience streaming the news live stream on my live stream. I was a little concerned because I thought, man, they could give me a strike for using it, but I kept it in frame and I didn't, I took some precautions. So that went okay. I didn't get any strikes or copyright notifications. So for the Together 2016, I may stream that. I just may stream it from their site. Now it'll be in frame, it'll be in a smaller window, but at least we can do the play-by-play and talk about it and see what's going on, and make sure everyone stays safe. We can look for any other additional occult imagery that may show up at the event, decorations, designs, all that stuff, you guys. We did the same thing when the Pope came to Philadelphia, and we looked behind him and we saw a giant hexagon inside of a sun on the stage. Remember that? Remember how evil that was? And then we looked at Philadelphia and we saw that where he was laid out like a giant Kabbalistic tree of life. The actual layout of the streets looks like a giant Kabbalistic tree of life. So there's a lot to be learned and gleaned from covering these live events. So I think that's definitely already scheduled. So, if you guys aren't doing anything on Saturday, we'll watch that all go down. All right. And hopefully nobody gets hurt. All right, guys. Let you guys go. Much love. Take care and be safe.